avoid is the spamming stuff. Okay, we have talked about, or I'll review quick. What was our last unit about? You took a test, but what is it really about? Okay, plants, that's great.
Words
What
that
else?
I don't understand.
It was about the plant taxonomy. What? Okay, monocotyledons and dicotyledons, great, because you can classify plants into those, the different seed leaves. Okay, great. But it was a lot about taxonomy, plant classification, and then we ended with Linnaeus. What did he create? What was the system? The binomial nomenclature, what were the two areas that he focused on? For the two, genus and species, and that is what our current scientific names are. Okay, because before tomatoes just had this huge long name, that was the example, and it wasn't healthy for anybody. So he focused on the genus and species. This chapter deals with some of these origins of some common cultivated plants that we deal with really in our daily lives because we all eat food. I think, right? So, oh yeah? Well, even if you're vegan, what do you eat though? What's the basis of your diet?
I'm just
Plants.
I don't eat anything.
Okay, here's the deal though. Even if you are just strictly a meat eater, the meat that you eat though, they eat plants. So you still, it's important.
So I don't eat anything. All I do is drink water.
Even if you just drink water, plants still need water. See, I'm connecting plants or something.
I eat sunlight. I don't.
Oh, so you're a plant. Congratulations. Okay, let's get going now. Okay. That's great. Beginning of it, where is this located currently right now?
That's the map.
This is the Fertile Crescent.
Yes,
okay. The Middle East. Okay?
That's the Fertile Crescent.
Yes. The Fertile Crescent, this is where agriculture really began. I got a little video. I think they're kind of cool. Did anybody ever watch the story, or Mankind, the Story of Us on History Channel? Did you watch that? I got two clips really throughout this unit or this chapter that we'll watch from that because I think they're kind of cool, but we'll watch that in just a second. But the Fertile Crescent is where agriculture really began. And the reason is because plants need, going back to Cody, plants need water. And this was abundance of water in this area. So that's where agriculture began. Okay, what we will look at really today is we'll look at the origin of corn, potatoes, wheat, alfalfa, barley, tomatoes, and peaches. We'll go that throughout this chapter, but we'll look at corn, and I believe tomatoes really today, barley and alfalfa. We'll look at some of those later on. We're going to go through kind of the first kind of grouping of crops. We'll also list some crops that were grown by the North American Indians. Go through, you'll be able to describe how the USDA first helped the American farmer, and I guess during what presidential, since that's the hype today, what presidential campaign the USDA was created in. Maybe some of you already know, but we'll look at that. We'll look at utilization research and market research, so you'll be able to explain the difference there. Give two examples where a demand for a crop increased because of new uses, and we'll look at one guy that was super revolutionary in making a old market for the common, and we will look at them today. You'll be able to finish those up. The peanut. Wow. Also discuss the importance of all plant germplasm, and then you'll be able to name two examples of new crops that could be used for industrial purposes. We'll look at that too. Okay, starting out here, the book reads and says, the origin and development of cultivated plants. Two main regions are the home to cultivated plants. We have Asia and Asia Minor, which is the old world. Okay, this is because this is really where humanity began. Okay, when were humans? Okay, they could have been native to this area, but some could have been. But this is what we would consider the old world, which would consist of Africa, Asia, and Europe. Yes.
So what you're saying is we all came from Africa, Asia, and Europe?
This is kind of the central part where, yes, the whole, yes, in a way, yes.
But what about the people that, like the Indians?
Okay, that's what I was just saying. Some could have been native to that area, but the main population was in this old world area. Okay? Human population, thus, that's where agriculture began. Also, the New World would be Central Mexico to Chile, and the New World, which consists of North America and South America. So, we have the Old World would be over here. The New World would be the U.S. and South America, pretty much. Canada, U.S., and then South America, North and South America. Okay, sorry, I'll go back. So we have the Old World and New World is these two regions we're going to be talking about. Because, how do you think that plants that originated in this area, Europe, Asia, and Africa, how did some of those plants get over to the United States? Or get over to South or North America?
Brought them over.
Who did? And why? And how? And what was the purpose?
The Europeans, Asians, and Africans brought it over so they could start their own,
Cooking show.
Yeah, sure. Make their own little villages and
Okay,
whatnot.
so what is that? What is that called?
They used it as
This word that starts with a T.
Trump.
Transportation?
Trump?
Gosh.
Donald Trump?
No,
Tory.
not Tory either. Okay, it's kind of the whole basis of economics as well. Importing and export. What?
Trade.
Trade. Okay,
Yeah.
that's very good. That's what I was getting to. Hope you kind of
She said
alluded
trade.
to that. Okay, very good. So we had all sorts of trade going on. Plus, when did it? Well, I guess it was developed. We historically say that Columbus sailed the ocean blue, and
Something.
1492.
okay. And when did he? And what did he do in that trip?
Prove that the Earth was
Okay, that's true too. What else did he find?
1998.
Okay,
The ground we are standing
this
on.
ground we're standing. Okay, North America. This whole idea of
I was born.
the New World, because it's human instincts for us to go out and explore and do all these things. So explorers, they always had to bring food with them as well. So especially if they're out and they're looking for all this new land, they are going to have food there, and maybe then they'll bring it and trade with other people, as they did. And that is how crops throughout the world have really gone to different countries.
Wow.
Other things such as, has anybody ever gone out on a hot summer day? I kind of grew up doing it. Cutting down or digging up musk thistles. Anybody have pasture land where there's thistles? Okay, you spray them. Okay, very good. Are they a good weed?
No.
No. They're an noxious weed. But has anybody ever actually looked at them and smelled them before?
They're purple.
What?
They are purple and they're kind of pretty, aren't they? Not the whole spikiness of them.
Smell
A
what?
thistle.
Oh.
Which looks like this. I should have had a picture, sorry.
Thistle.
Hey.
Why'd you search for Google when you were already there?
I don't know. I
Oh.
do that all the time.
Oh, I've ate those before.
You've eaten these?
No.
Okay. Jeez. Now, I will actually say I like this picture here
Oh, that's
just
great.
because there's a honeybee right there. So honeybees get a lot of their food from musk thistles.
That's great.
But they are noxious weed. Has anybody ever actually smelled these before, though?
I've cut them down with a lawnmower.
Okay. What?
That's done them before.
Do you think they smell good or bad? Because actually, I will. What? They actually smell really good.
Do they really?
Yes. You should actually sometimes just be careful so you don't
I used to
gorge
cut
your
them up
hand.
and put them in a cup with water and give it to my mom.
Okay, see? Right there. That's the action right there,
That was
okay?
like when I was
I believe the story is, I don't know, it was a print or it was a
Oh, this is
queen
really
somewhere.
nice.
I don't know. I don't even know where these originated from, but this is my story that I know. That this queen somewhere visited this country where musk thistles were. She thought it was such a really pretty plant. So then she took one home, back to her country, and then from then on, they just spread like mad. Okay? Yes.
Stupid. I have seen a few of those, but I can't smell them.
Okay. Well, I would suggest it. Why can't you?
I can't smell in general. You
can't or you won't?
Really?
I've been
Interesting.
able to smell
So it wouldn't smell good to you, I guess, right? Okay. So thanks for bringing that up there. That is how things get by trade or by the process of people thinking a plant is really pretty, or they think there's a use for it and then they bring it back to wherever they're from. Okay? Alright, here we go. 1492 Europe had never heard of the potato, sweet potato, corn, peanut, tobacco, rubber, tomato, dahlia, marigolds, or vanilla at all. Because did not originate there. But they are used by the Aztecs and Incas in Central and South America. So,
What is dahlia used for?
well, I'll show you here in just a second.
Okay.
So North and South America here. Get these plants here. This is what originated in North and South America. Now, I guarantee throughout your history books you have learned for sure that this one originated in South America, right? From the Americas here.
yeah.
Corn, okay? So I guess in celebration of our corn, which actually, being from Nebraska, we are a corn huskers, right? Even though we're like,
And all we grow is
We don't.
we rank like 8th in the United States in actual corn production, but it is something we're very much known for, being in the Midwest. Good soil for corn.
Just
But I will, if anybody wants some
Yep.
popcorn. Now it is French vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
I'm out now.
You need to try it though. If you do you like caramel corn? This is better.
You lost me at
Better.
popcorn.
Do you want to hand it out a little
You
bit
lost
to
me
everybody? Is that okay?
non-cheddar popcorn. Sweet.
No, that's French. It's so good.
I know, I ordered like.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. All
How
right.
much for one of those boxes?
Well, I gotta keep them now because we gotta do prize auction for FFA.
When is that?
I don't think
I don't know for sure. You gotta at least try one kernel. Okay, one kernel. But corn, a big part of the diet. Potatoes and sweet potatoes, huge staple crops for diets. Okay, they are because they are starch. Starch can put on extra weight, but starch also does what for us? Our human body
Tastes good.
gives us what?
Energy.
Yes, energy.
Oh, good
Another thing. Okay, I guess in honor of, I'll pass out some peanuts as well. But some other things that came to be here. Pineapple we think of as more of a tropical plant. So you think pineapple originated here in North America or South America?
North America. Go Hawaii.
Yes.
I want to live in Hawaii.
What do you think?
I say North America, but this tastes like marshmallows.
And heaven, right?
And,
Good.
Thank you.
that cereal's called.
That is awesome.
Oh, Lucky Charms?
This entire area.
Okay.
Right here.
Pineapple would be more in South America.
Get your own.
Why do you think it would originate in South America more?
Warm climate.
Warm climate, right? The equator is closest there. Kind of like cactuses.
Oh,
They
wow,
like
that's really good.
warmer.
Wow.
Did I make a believer, Keaton?
Why else would I say this?
Keaton, did I make a believer out of you? Okay,
Hey, I don't know
wait, no popcorn, huh? Okay, that's fine.
You only have to feel like that.
Only one second.
No, you're
This
not.
is good.
What's your favorite food?
All right.
Yes.
So pretty soon, hopefully, we'll be able to. I don't think our potatoes are going to get this big, and we're not going to let them because we'll probably get them when they're a little bit smaller, so we can fry them and they'll be real good. Right?
I'm thinking culinary.
Well, unless you're making mashed potatoes,
I'm taking culinary. I'll cut
love that. That'd be good. Okay,
slices for you
Learn
guys.
how to slice and dice.
who in here likes sweet potatoes?
Yeah.
No.
I
What's
love
the-
it.
What's the big push with sweet potatoes compared to potatoes in our diets now?
Gotcha.
They're orange.
No,
Okay, they
I'll
are
tell you.
orange. They're
They're
sweet,
actually-
huh?
They're packed full of like proteins and stuff.
Okay,
Not-
They
maybe
are
not proteins, but like they're a lot healthier.
they're supposed to be a lot healthier
And they taste
than an actual potato. Now, both contain large amounts of starches and both for energy food, but I'm sure that the breakdown could be sweet potatoes are healthier. That's just what they say. I guess do your research because I really don't know. But I think I've actually become more of a fan as my palate gets older. I think sweet potato is pretty good. So I never used to like the candy. Well, sweet potato and a yam are kind of similar, but kind of different, but really the same. So I don't know if that made sense.
I like yams more than I like sweet potatoes.
Really? What about with the marshmallows and the brown sugar and all that stuff?
No,
I do that one.
Just
Too
want
much?
Butter on it.
Just butter.
I just want them baked and
That's
I want
my
the butter.
Thanksgiving.
Butter,
I don't like those.
Corn. Who likes sweet corn?
Potatoes.
Bro, I'm down.
Who doesn't?
Bam.
Who likes sweet corn because it gets stuck in your teeth all the time? I know,
I
but
like corn in general.
maybe there's your engineering. Okay, because you're gonna have to do a project about a plant you're gonna engineer. You could create an ear of corn, that sweet corn that you could eat,
I don't think there's a way.
but it never gets stuck in your teeth.
Because
Oh,
I
oh
my
my.
teeth is like the skin around each kernel.
Oh,
I feel like you
I
can't just
know.
make
I know what you
snow
could do for that.
What could you do?
Get some toothpicks.
Yeah, they've already invented a solution for this.
Okay, corn. Also, we're out in the U.S. Do we plant peanuts?
I carry it with me.
South part of the United States. Why is that?
South Park?
South part.
I don't know.
Because it's
Warm.
warmer, right? Warmer climate, and that's where peanuts grow best in. Okay, we'll talk about peanuts a lot because they really revolutionized the South economy because cotton was really grown there.
Cotton.
There was so much cotton grown down there that there was really not much of a market for it. So one guy came in, revolutionized peanuts. We'll talk about that. Tomatoes.
What? You say that like my mom does, and we make fun of her for it.
Tomatoes?
No.
How'd they have some
Peanuts.
What, did she put
Peanuts. Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
No, the fruit.
Okay.
Like my mom says it. Peanuts.
Tomatoes. Also, in the U.S., I love tomatoes.
Peanuts.
I love peanuts.
And who in here likes just eating, go out to the garden, eating a raw tomato?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If I have ranch.
Or you can put a little garlic salt on there too. That's kind of my favorite as well. Sugar, huh?
I told you.
I better try that.
Sugar, who said that?
I should try that.
Sugar on side.
Mr. Noakes,
Yes.
I told you. I'm around it.
So you like tomatoes?
Yep.
Okay. How about who does not like tomatoes? But who in here likes? Okay, out of you population, which of you likes ketchup?
Only on like my
Only a few
cheeseburger.
things. I drink that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. I thought
Oh,
about
probably
it.
that's the sugar on there, then, right? That makes sense. How about squash? All sorts of squash. We got scallops, we got butternut, spaghetti, yellow squash, zucchini. I love it all. Love squash. Good.
Spaghetti squash is not good.
What?
That's
Fries it? And you like spaghetti squash, Autumn? That is actually another thing that's, yes.
Spaghetti squash when you like grind it up so it looks like
No.
noodles, so it's not
No.
really noodles.
No, you like to shred it.
Okay, so if you cut, this is some spaghetti squash. If you cut it in half, it's actually, as it grows, it kind of actually, the insides are kind of stranded out to make it look like spaghetti. A lot of people now, especially in this
Yeah, my mom
era
tried
of
that.
health foods,
That's not
They-
good. It's not as good as spaghetti.
No. they actually take this spaghetti squash, they take it out, and then they actually substitute the actual spaghetti squash for actual noodles,
Yeah,
which,
that's gross.
and then they actually put the sauce on it and everything, and
The same.
not for me, but health foods out there, I mean, that's what people do,
As
so.
soon as you put the sauce on it, it's not
This
healthy.
stuff is good, Jokes. Why did
Well,
you
yeah, you
not
got
tell me this
tomatoes
before?
still. What?
Why did you not tell me this
Sugar.
is so good? I
Yeah, it
was
is
French vanilla? Now you know for next year.
I got
Yes.
lost
For
in
these
the
vanilla
sauce.
things, is it like you cut it open and pour out the vanilla?
No.
I
Now,
just cut it open and poured it in
Vanilla
here.
That's right. I get lost in the sauce.
that is also not how sugar beets and sugar cane work either, just so you know.
Have you
Have you ever
eat it plain?
Have you ever gotten sugar cane
What?
and ate the sugar out of
Like,
it?
can you just eat a vanilla?
I've done that.
Now, you probably could just, this looks more like a pod, okay, so they would take the pod and then they would actually skip the oil out of it. And I would assume if you just ate this pod that it would have a very strong taste of vanilla. I don't know, but that's what I'm guessing. So that's how vanilla grows, like that in pods.
It'd be cooler if we cut it.
Tobacco.
Proven. Okay. Also,
Yeah, I know.
a major cash crop again, southern part of the U.S. would be tobacco, and this actually is it's kind of interesting because you think about Nebraska's climate. We said we grew corn and soybeans here for kind of major projects that kids can do for FFA. And out west, they grow sugar beets a lot is a big one. Dry beans, I said. And then in the states that actually grow tobacco, kids can actually use that, even though they're not really, legally old enough to do anything with it. They can take it and then actually have it as that can be their project for FFA that they can actually do. And there's a proficiency area for it as well. I just think it's unique how
That's cool.
it's just all parts of the U.S. we have such different plants that we grow.
We need to invest in some.
Okay,
Grow some of that in your backyard.
another one here it says is rubber. Now this is an actual rubber tree that they get stuff. I know there's a lot of synthetic products now, or man-made products for rubber and stuff, but a lot of that stuff has to be derived from somewhere. And that's where it could be from a plant. Okay, marigolds. Anybody plant these around their garden? Because they're supposed to do what? Keep the rabbits. Rabbits.
I don't want
Rabbits.
the rabbits to come
Hey.
so I can take the 22 whip it out the front door.
Say, don't bait them.
I eat rabbits.
Okay, what do you say? What is the use for what? You said dahlia, right?
Yeah.
That's a dahlia daisy.
So just looking good.
Yeah, it's just a flower. And they're beautiful and they're awesome. And when we grow them in the greenhouse, you'll love them. They're about my favorite, besides gazanias.
So yeah.
But they're beautiful. You know,
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
they're
my-
super pretty.
So I just didn't know if they were.
Yes, dahlia daisies. And another thing here, pineapple. This is how pineapples grow. Kind of in a little bit of a bush, it looks like, but that's exactly how they grow out in a field just like that. Now it is more of a, it's more of a tropical plant again, closer
Like
to the
Florida.
equator. But that is pineapples, okay?
How do they harvest those?
Can we try to?
Yeah.
Let's take a push.
Honestly,
Why in the field of full?
I would assume they have to go out by hand and cut all those out. I don't know if there is a pineapple harvester. When we're done here with this lecture notes here, you could go look, but I really don't know.
Wait, if you don't put pineapple on your pizza, you're a weirdo.
You are.
No, you're wearing
Yes.
pineapple. Pineapple does not belong.
Yeah, let's grow a pineapple.
What are they?
Could look for some pineapple seeds.
Is
We
there-
could try it.
Look, it's a good kind
Is
of.
there
They
a
do have
pineapple in
pineapple
every
farm.
episode?
Probably not today.
You will have to see.
What?
There it is, pineapple a Dole pineapple harvester. We can look that up. Okay,
Hey,
last thing then here.
hey.
Yes,
There's a machine.
there is a machine. Yeah, that's. We'll have to look at that. And then the last thing here, cactuses. Has anybody ever been down to the Saguaro National Forest in Arizona?
I've seen a cactus.
You been there?
Not there.
But you've seen these big saguaro cactuses.
In Arizona. Have you been to Texas?
No. I didn't know there were these, maybe on the western part, huh?
Hey, Dutch.
Or, yeah.
Friend of mine's got some in their yard.
Some in our backyard.
Does that count?
Yeah?
Yeah, they're real.
These big ones? Well, I know they're
What?
real. Here in Nebraska,
They
though?
ain't real. They're stupid things get about that tall, and you walk outside. And
In Nebraska?
yeah.
Those are a different type of. The saguaro
Still a
cactuses
cactus.
don't. True.
Still a cat.
True. Okay.
Take it out of the course.
Now, the interesting thing I thought going down to Arizona is that when you go, especially here for like nurseries and stuff, Orscheln's or Walmart or whatever, you want to get a tree or you go to those nurseries, what types of plants do they have there?
Trees.
Trees, why I'm saying.
Trees.
Oak.
Cherry.
It's a pineapple king crab. It's from like.
Never heard of that one. Look into that.
That's
Okay,
kinda
trees we have are like, yeah,
Cherry.
Cedar.
could be fruit trees and stuff. When you go down to Arizona, the nurseries have all different types of cactuses, saguaro cactuses, whatever. Anybody know how much per foot one of these costs if you go buy it at a nursery?
Like 30 or 40.
Per foot. What?
Oh, it would be insane.
$50.
$37.46.
Get up! Get up!
Actually, said it right up here.
Get up!
$100 a foot
What?
for one of these cactuses.
They take forever to grow.
They do. That's pretty expensive. Okay, so I think we will. That's good for today. Now,
Are you
back to this here. Shh, yes. This, I just wanted to cover, at least get into this, North and South America. So, what you need to understand, to break this down again, summarize up here. We have two different regions that we're kind of talking about for these cultivated plants. We have the Old World, which would be Africa, Asia, and Europe, and then the New World would be North and South America. And then, in North and South America, these are just some of the crops that have originated there. Okay? What I would like to do real quick though is I got a video that I want to show you about kind of the beginnings of agriculture. Could you just go take a seat for me?
She needs a charger.
Who? Oh, okay. Jeez. All right, we will stop there.